Hi guys, it's Mrs. Harvey here for Occupational Therapy Time. So I thought we'd do a couple more things with chalk today to work on fine and visual motor skills and some visual perception skills, that's terms for your parents, and some art with nature. So I'm going to show you some things that I did. I gathered rocks, sticks, pine cones, pine needles, and I just made a design with them. You can do anything you want. You could spell out words. You could just make a design like I did. If you don't have a lot of trees and stuff in your yard, just get grass, find some small or big rocks, ask your mom and dad if you can go outside and do that. And don't leave your yard, just be safe. Maybe they will take you somewhere to find some more objects if you don't have it at your house. So I will show you what I made. See, there's my little design. It just has some pine cones in the middle and then pine needles, green and some brown ones. And then I just put some sticks and some rocks so that it looks kind of like a random fun design out of nature. Okay, now I'm going to walk over here and show you my path. Here's my little racetrack I made from chalk. So you just have to draw two lines next to each other to make this. And you can do a circular design, oval, or just do squiggly lines all around like I did. Okay, and then take another piece of chalk. You guys have done this at school on the whiteboard. And draw a line in the middle of it. Try not to touch the outside lines or go off the road, okay? You can get your Matchbox cars out and do this, make ramps. Just be creative, okay? This, in the middle, I just wrote some letters. A lot of B's, D's, P's, and Q's. Sometimes there's an A. Kids get these letters mixed up, so if you want to practice searching and identifying letters that kids tend to reverse when they're reading and when they're writing, you can do this activity. So I'm going to find all the B's, and I have an old syrup bottle filled with water. You can use ketchup, you can use a squirt gun, and just put water on all the B's that you find. You guys see any more? Oh, there's one. Okay, and then the next time you can do a circle around all the D's. And you don't have to use water. You can use just chalk and put a circle or an X around the things that you find. Okay, so that's your other idea. Your first idea is drawing through a chalk maze or racetrack. Second is to identify letters. You can use shapes, you could use numbers, anything you want. Okay, and then, you also with the maze, you could use the water and try and squirt in the middle, it's hard with this bottle, of your racetrack for a visual motor activity. Okay, all right, and then the final thing is letter writing practice. Yay, we all love that. So I have different sets of lines here. A lot of kindergartners will use the two lines with the dotted line in the middle. These letters I call our size 1 letters or tall letters, and all the capital letters are tall and they start on the top line. Most lowercase letters are small letters or size 2 letters, and they fit in between the middle and the bottom line. And size 3 letters or fall letters, they fall below the line, are the ones that have tails. And they usually start at the middle line, touch that bottom line, and go through the bottom line. Okay, so a lot of times handwriting is not readable because kids often don't touch the line when they start, or they do and they cross over it when they're not supposed to, or they stop in midair and then they have floating letters like that, and it just gets hard to read. So that's just something to focus on with handwriting, is to make sure your child is touching the lines that they are supposed to. Some teachers are using this type of paper where the tall letters start in the sky. There's no line to start on. They just start up there in the air. And then they land on the bottom line. And the small letters, or size 2 letters, sorry, my kitty, starts on the line. So it gets a little confusing with the paper. So you just have to see which one they're using. If they're having a hard time with where to start up here in the sky, you can give them a dot or draw a light line above there. Okay, and then your older kids who are using regular notebook paper, could be 3rd, 4th, 5th graders, they could use some practice with this too. So they're gonna touch the top line for the tall letters, and they're gonna imagine that there's a middle line, but there's really not. So they have to just practice where the middle is in between those 2 lines to start their other sizes of letters. Okay, and a lot of times with notebook paper, I tell kids to skip a line so that it's neater. So if they're writing on this line, skip that line and write on the next line. That way they have room for their tails, their letters that have tails. Okay. That was kind of a lot of different stuff for today. We have nature art. So go out and find anything you can outside and make something out of it. You can take a picture of it for me. Use your chalk to make a maze or a racetrack, or come up with something else to show me. You can use a water bottle of some kind, ketchup, syrup, squirt gun, and go along your maze with that. Find hidden letters that your mom and dad set up for you, and then draw some handwriting lines and practice some letters. Okay guys, I hope you have a great week. I'll see some of you at Zoom time. Bye.